Okay, Nick, so talk me through a scenario of how best to mitigate risk and manage uncertainty.
Because of the sense of unknown in uncertainty, it's only feasible if experts are involved. There's a plausible risk scenario, which is what we term it, a risk scenario that has to be fleshed out in great detail. So one possible risk scenario would be, say, the Greek exit crisis, the potential for a Eurozone breakup. This happened in November of 2011 up through the Greek elections in early 2012. It was very clear for many months in advance that Greece was in tremendous trouble. So there's plenty of time to prepare for possible default, restructuring of Greek bonds, or the more extreme, the exit from the Eurozone. Recognizing that these were the types of uncertainties that it was possible to get experts together, world-class leaders in restructuring and default of sovereign bonds. We consulted with many of those. There could be world-class leaders in currency law. How does redenomination take place? What are the necessary steps? There should be bank holidays. There should be exchange closures. There should be capital controls. Now, capital controls have been studied a tremendous amount of time by say, the IMF. They know about capital controls in every country in the world. There are many variations on them, some of which are sort of more challenging from a business standpoint than others are. But recognizing that the steps in our causal chain would involve many of these items, as well as potentially even more disruptive things like riots in the streets or potential payment processing outages. Each could be potentially scripted. What we did was we went through one after another to try to script our response. The response must be scripted not just within one group in the bank, but within every group in the bank. Within operations risk, within back office, mid office, because a lot of these things are procedural problems that have some sort of legal implication, or that the lawyers may have something to say about what's an appropriate route. It's only by getting every group involved that it's possible to script the response and to see what's potentially one of the better ways of trying to record your response, your individual bank's response to it. This has to be done long in advance.